Hey guys, welcome back to my booktube, Ashes Reads, if you are new here. Hi, I am a massive romance, fantasy, dark romance reader, and if you are one of those too, come and join. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite all-time audiobook recommendations. Now I'm talking about the ones with amazing narrators, amazing story and plot, ones that I listened to and I was like, okay, now I need to go and buy the physical copy of this because I loved it so much. The first audiobook I want to talk about is one that I just finished maybe a few days ago. It is called Until I Get You by Claire Contreras. I really hope I said her last name right. I'm pretty sure I didn't, but I'm so sorry. This audiobook is narrated by Joe Arden and Kasha Kensington, and they did an amazing job. This is like a dark hockey romance. He falls first, grumpy versus grumpier. It is quite a few trigger warnings, so I would definitely read those before you go into it. It was brutal, but it was such a beautiful story. The spice was incredible. The enemies to lovers. I ate this book up, and I 100% am going to go buy the physical book. I loved it. Next, I'm going to be talking about two series by the same author, and let me tell you, these are probably one of my favorite audiobooks I have ever listened to in my entire freaking life, and books that I'll just never forget. And it is the Madison Kate series and the Hades series by Tate James, and these are narrated by Lucas Webley, Noella Bridges. There's the Hades series, and then Lucas Webley and Brooke Daniels for the Madison Kate series. These narrators, I could probably recognize their voice no matter what book I was listening to, even if I went in blind. They have such, I have like a distinct memory of what their voices sound like, and I love them. And if you haven't heard of the Madison Kate series or the Hades series, it is like mafia, crime, wars, murder, mystery, reverse harem, like badass female main characters. You love them, okay? The found family, just the plot, the cliffhangers, everything about these books, like five stars, 5-star spice, plot, characters, everything. Next, I'm talking about Right Man, Right Time by Megan Quinn, and this is a hockey romance, fake dating. It was delicious. It was hilarious. Oh my gosh, it was a 5-star read for me. I think either last month or the month before, and is narrated by Jason Clark and Stella Hunter. You'll probably hear those two names in this video a few times because I have a few audiobooks that I really liked narrated by them. Megan Quinn is one of my favorite romance authors of all time. Like majority, I've listened to quite a few of her audiobooks, and honestly, just all of them are great. Next, I'm going to talk about Obsession, which is book 1 in the Make Game series, and this is by Kay Lorraine and Meg Ann. These books are amazing because it's a why choose romance, and each guy has a different narrator. There is a full cast of narrators, and they do the most phenomenal job. Paranormal romance, fated mates, enemies to lovers. Oh, it's so good. I had to write down all the names for the narrators because there's a few. There's Aaron Shedlock, Shane East, J.F. Harding, James Joseph, Jason Clark, and Stella Hunter. So 2 of those were just the ones I was talking about before. It's just incredible. If you've not listened to these books, you absolutely should. Next up is another romance series that had me laughing so much, but I also cried. It is the Miles High series by T.L. Swan. T.L. Swan has really great humor in her books, but also her characters are so easy to relate to. There is 4 books in the series plus a novella, but I haven't actually finished the novella yet because I don't want to end the series. I don't want to let it go. They are narrated by Sebastian York and C.J. Bloom, but I have a feeling the 3rd book in the series might have a different female narrator. Don't quote me on that. I just have a feeling. If you really like billionaire romances, you'll definitely love these because I was addicted. Next up is why choose like dark mafia / crime wars romance, and this is an arranged marriage as well. It is called Forget Me Not Bombshell by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti, the same authors of Zodiac Academy. And this book is narrated by Troy Duran and Laurie Catherine, I believe. It's a long ass audiobook, but oh my god, it was amazing. I ate this up so fast, and it was a 5-star read for me. I absolutely loved it. Next up is Sinner by Sarah Simone. Honestly, all Sarah Simone audiobooks are amazing. I think I've listened to 5 of them, I believe. All of them I love, but I really love Sinner. That story was just, it was beautiful. It was so spicy, but it also like made me feel so much for these characters. It was just a beautiful story. I mean, I will say it was like age gap forbidden romance, but it was beautiful too. And that was narrated by Jacob Morgan and Moray Brehon. I really am so sorry if I like just mutilated that. But again, incredible narrators. I also want to circle back to Meg and Quinn quickly because A Not So Meet Cute, So Not Meant to Be in a Long Time Coming were some of my favorite audiobooks I've listened to, like romance wise. And I have all 3 books. I had to buy them because just top tier, 5 out of 5 stories, spice, humor, characters. Megan Quinn is just, she's just, you know, bow down to Megan Quinn, okay? A Not So Meet Cute is narrated by Ava Erickson and Aaron Shedlock. The second book, So Not Meant to Be, is also narrated by Aaron Shedlock, but it is Stella Hunter for the female main character. Again, you've probably heard Stella Hunter already before. And the third one is narrated by Erin Malone and J.F. Harding. Another audiobook that I just fell in love with was Wrath by Ella James, and this is like a forbidden romance, sports romance, enemies to lovers, step brothers. This book, like, it made me cry so much. It was so hard to read, but it was so beautiful. If you've not listened to this book and you love a good like romance, you love forbidden romance, enemies to lovers, you will love this. Check the trigger warnings because it's brutal, but oh, it was amazing. And that was narrated by Iggy Toma and Tim Page. The next one I want to talk about is Welcome to the Dark Side by Gianna Darling. This is like motorcycle gang romance, age gap, forbidden romance. I love this. The narrators, oh my gosh, there's just so many out there that I just love. I think I've listened to 4 books in that series. I think there might be 6 or something like that. I haven't listened to the rest, but I need to go and do it really soon. And that book is narrated by Jason Clark and Desiree Ketchum. It was amazing. I am so glad that I found audiobooks because before I was a massive like book snob. I was like, no, I'm only ever going to read paperbacks. I didn't even read a Kindle a few years ago. And audiobooks just changed my reading experience so much, and I have so much respect for narrators because they have this ability to bring characters and stories to life. And my reading experience is honestly probably like 50-50 between audiobooks and like physically reading books or reading on a Kindle. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I honestly have so many more audiobook recommendations, so I could do a part 2 of this if you guys really like this. And if you guys have any like audiobooks that you want to recommend me, please do. I'm always taking recommendations. Just a quick, if you are not already following me on Instagram, my handle is ashes_reads, and if you're not following me on TikTok, my handle is ashesreads. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and possibly found some really good books to add to your TBR.